Danny.
This is Lauren.
Welcome to the Butterfly Effect podcast.
We are two wellbeing besties here to have a little chit chat about the nitty gritty shitty of healing, all things wellbeing and what it's like being a young female entrepreneur just doing their best and figuring it out as they go.
Through this, we are on a quest to encourage and inspire women to spread their wings to grow, transform and heal.
Be sure to like and follow the Butterfly Effect podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
New episodes will be dropping every Wellness Wednesday.
And you can also follow us at butterflyeffect.pod on Instagram. Send us your questions, send us your stories. We can't wait to get to know you.
Let's get chatting.
Hello. Hello. Happy Wellness Wednesday.
Happy Wellness Wednesday. You always start this so formally. Chippy, no. Come on, this is podcast time. You've had your treat.
You've had your treat. Good boy.
Good boy. Calm.
Yeah, we always start this very...
You always start very
Hello.
formally.
Happy Wellness Wednesday.
It's like, again, we're at a business meeting.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Hi guys, happy Wednesday. Hope you're good.
What's that, punnies?
So today we're talking all things
Wintering. How are you feeling about winter season?
Oh, I feel ready. I think from like early October, I felt quite ready to really turn it inward and just been embracing the seasonal change, really getting cozy, embracing being like coming in from work and just really chilling with a herbal tea. That has been like good for me.
I'm so enjoying the winter. Well, we're not even fully in winter yet, but I'm fully diving into cozy hibernation. I'm like fully docked a hibernation station.
It feels good.
And actually, I was thinking about this. Maybe even last night, I was having a really great night in.
Wow. I heard about it.
Some jazz
She was
playing.
vibing.
I was having a little tipple. I was drinking macieira, which is like Portuguese Baileys.
I love that so much.
Delicious. I was arranging some flowers. I had some smooth jazz. I was just on my own, in my own space, having the time of my life. No man entering my space. It's just all chilled.
I love that.
And I was thinking about it, and the reason I was thinking about it in this way is because I was comparing it to last year. Last year, I think I was in a situationship last year, and but it was very much like...
I'm trying to think who.
Hot nerd.
Oh,
Hot nerd, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Do you remember that?
I remember this.
Wow.
Gosh, was that a whole year ago?
Whole year ago.
How time flies.
And I was thinking about it because the difference between this year and last year, last year I very much felt like, it's autumn, winter, so I still need to kind of convince myself to be out and about and doing all the things.
You always put an
dating.
expectation for yourself, don't you? Like, I have to keep going.
Yeah, I really did put an expectation on myself last year. This year it's like the complete opposite. It's like I've really given myself permission to strip it all back and really just enjoy my own space.
That's nice.
And I really am. Like when I come home and I get to have things all cozy, light a candle, got my fairy lights going, maybe my record player is going as well, and I'm just bliss. It's just such bliss.
I think there's that transition as well. I spoke to a few clients about it in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
And they've really found it strange. Like we said, you feel like you have to keep going with that like upkeep, but the clocks have changed. The mornings are darker, the nights are drawing it in, roll with it.
Yeah.
Like
Instead of fighting against it, instead of fighting against that resistance, work with it as best as you can.
Absolutely.
Because the changing clocks, that really used to jar me. That used to like really throw me off. It might be more so with the clocks going forwards. But yeah, this year it actually hasn't bothered me that much. It's not thrown me so much off kilter.
Were you away when it changed?
No, I was still here.
And then the weekend...
Yeah.
Yeah, you went away the following weekend.
Yes, yeah, that's it.
I see.
Yeah, so actually I've been really feeling that call to hunker down and to draw it in. And
I love that word. Anytime I hear that, I think of you, because I think you used it in
I do use it quite a lot.
What did we do? Was it last retreat, I think?
Yeah,
the autumn
quite
equinox,
possibly.
of course.
Yeah, hunkering down and just, really enjoying that hibernation, that call to hibernate and giving in to the call to hibernate.
Yeah, nice.
Because it can be a beautiful time just as much as summer can be a beautiful uplifting time. It's that difference between yang and yin, but in order to have one you have to have the other. You've got to appreciate both, you've got to indulge in both, and it's okay to indulge in both.
Allow yourself to turn inward and
and
enjoy the little things of the slowness. I think with summer that comes like such a fast-paced thing when you actually allow yourself to just turn in and be like, I'm just ready to settle inward. We were saying literally before we jumped on about like the trees, how full they are through summer.
Through summer,
Even come spring and then summer, they're at the fullest, autumn they start to fall off, and now coming into, you'll start to notice in the next few weeks, winter, all the leaves have dropped.
Yeah.
And you've got to let everything settle.
You've got to let the leaves land to the earth. You've got to let them land, and as the leaves land softly, so too can you. And it's just letting the earth rest in order, and it's only through that rest that the soil becomes ready
And
to
rich,
for the seeds that you're
enriched.
then going to plant.
Yes.
And again, we can take so much inspiration from that, letting yourselves rest before planting next year's crop,
Yeah.
you know, before you're planting next year's seeds. Whatever
Absolutely.
seeds of intention you're thinking, you've got to have that rest, that downtime beforehand. And you can't rush it either. You can't rush rest. And that's actually a thing we forget about. I think we're so used to rushing from one thing to the next, but rest is one of those things you cannot rush.
You have to. And I heard a really great quote the other day that said, if you don't allow yourself space, your body will have to give you space, you'll become ill.
Yeah.
And it's such a common thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see people that are extremely run down, particularly this time of year.
Yeah.
Coughs and colds are such a common thing.
Yeah.
People are really starting to feel it, and their body's physically exhausted.
Yeah.
Their body's literally saying to you, now's the time to rest.
Even my brother yesterday, so I went out for a gorgeous family meal yesterday, and I don't get to see my family that often, so it's a very rare opportunity that we all came together. My brother, bless him, absolute hero, was feeling so unwell, and fair play to him, we all got to the restaurant and we were starting to decide what we wanted to eat, and he was like, look guys, I'm gonna have to go take a nap in the car.
Fair play.
And he did.
Yeah.
He did. He had a nap in the car, and he came back probably like an hour later. But like very often we wouldn't do that. Like, you know, when you just feel so run down, like in order to show up and like participate in this event, I'm gonna need to take myself out.
Take a
for
break.
a second.
And I really rate him for that.
And he did that. He did. Bless him. He's feeling rough as anything this morning, but
there's so much going around. It's a
yeah.
really difficult one, which if anybody follows me on my Instagram, I put up a fantastic
No one
immunity.
follows you, Danny.
No one follows you.
No one
No one
follows
likes
you.
you. Amazing shot. Did you try it? Oh, I made you one tonight.
I've tried that shot a few
immunity
times, yeah.
shot. I'll
Nice.
pop it on my story.
Not gonna lie, when I was staying around here to look after Chippy,
Yeah, what did you find?
I'm pretty sure there was load in your fridge, but I didn't want to nick any because I didn't.
That
want
was
to...
just OJ.
Was it?
That was just orange juice.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it split though.
Oh.
I think it was from when you came over that time, so it's probably out of date.
Oh well, I'm glad I didn't have
I'm
any
so
then.
pleased it would have been like.
What is she
Better-
keeping in her fridge? Gross.
Yeah, I noticed that when I got home actually.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, it really
Oh,
split.
right. I thought you'd like made a load
But-
for when you came back.
That is key. I'm going to do that tonight, actually, to set me up for the weeks. When
Do it.
that week leading up to ready to go on away, you kind of feel it, don't you?
Yeah.
I hadn't gone crazy in terms of like working super hard and
Yeah.
cramming people in like I usually do.
Yeah.
But there was a few clients that started trickling, oh, I've got a bad cough, I've got a bit of a cold.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, no, please
Yeah.
don't give this to me.
Me, definitely. I was feeling quite burnt out
Yeah,
before
you
Milan.
were.
Yeah, I was feeling like my mind was feeling so stretched, and I think that's why I was so chaotic before I went to Milan. And like figuring out, okay, what am I going to pack? What am I going to do? What am I going to bring? It's because I hadn't had time yet to, again, fully process that I was going to Milan. And as soon as I got to Milan, it's because like every other decision that I needed to make was kind of completely pushed to one side. And that's when I was able to actually just let my mind rest for a second. But it took taking myself completely out of my situation
to switch off.
Yeah,
and
to switch off. Sometimes that's
come back.
necessary. You've got to completely remove yourself from the situation. Yeah.
What's your top tips when it comes into the seasonal changes? What do you tend to do for yourself?
So this year is probably very different to any other. So I'm still kind of learning at the same time. So yeah, I'm probably still learning what my habits are. I think this is
Yeah.
the year I'm creating some healthier habits.
Nice.
I'm really enjoying my time at home on my own. I'm not being ashamed of that either.
Love that.
I've had this phrase pop into my head recently about living this soft life loudly.
Yes.
Like not being afraid to show, it's okay to have these cozy nights in. Just because it's a Friday night doesn't mean you have to be out on the lash.
Yes.
Even
and
a
so
Saturday
much has
night.
changed as well, I think.
So
like
much.
within our generation particularly, I was actually saying to the girls last night, it's so crazy how times have changed,
Yeah.
because there was once a time where we were getting ready to go out wearing not enough clothes
I know.
and just thinking alcohol will keep us warm.
I know, like
how
beer
silly.
jacket. Goodness,
That's
no,
horrible, but
no, thank
tone
you.
it inward and allowing yourself that space.
Yeah, 100%. And I've actually noticed it a lot with my current friend group as well. Like, and actually, I've seen my friends set some really clear boundaries recently, and it's actually been really beautiful to witness.
In terms of like saying no?
In terms of, yes, and in terms of expectations. So one of my close friends, for example, she has been really needing to surrender and kind of, again, hunker down and appreciate her own space and really listen to her own needs. And as a result of that, she sent me a message saying, you know, sorry, I'm not going to be really present around for your birthday. But then she also said, I know I'm not really supposed to be apologizing for this anymore, but I'm just letting you know what I'm needing to do. And I said to her, and like, it was almost like a little learning for me as well, because the first instance I was like, oh, but you're my friend, you know, I'd like really appreciate at least like a happy birthday or a card or something. But then in the next breath I was like, no, hang on, she's setting boundaries that she's needing to do. So it's a very like, and I literally, it was like in a split second where my mind figured it out, and I was like, no, she needs to do this. So I was like, you know what, girl, do what's needed. I'm so proud of you for actually setting that boundary for yourself. This is so healthy, and I hope it's everything that you need it to be, and hope it serves you.
That's so good.
And I'm seeing her in a couple of weeks, so it's all fine. But I'm seeing a real trend with my friends at the moment. Everyone's really feeling that pull to winter, to really nestle in. So again, I think if people are feeling that pull, lean into it as best as you can. Absolutely. Do you have any top tips? Because I don't really have many as of yet.
For me, I really try and honour each season in terms of getting outside. So through the summer, I'm up early, walking the dog, like literally making the routine. But even through, I think it was around about last year, I've really started to do the same when it came to autumn, winter. Getting up early, embracing the coldness, embracing no one around. It's almost quite dark and a bit gloomy. But it's so lovely just to put the coat on, like scraggy hair, no makeup, just embracing it fully. And then coming in, looking forward to my hot coffee at like 7 a.m, like Walker's done for the day for him, like for the morning, and just feeling I love embracing that. And I think it's so important not to lose that. Just because it's darker of a morning or perhaps of a night time, you can still be active, you can still move and embrace it for what it is.
Each season has something to be celebrated and something to be appreciated, right? So autumn, it really is that changing of colours, and how beautiful the scenery looks. And then obviously summer, it's the brightness, the vibrancy. Spring, again, colour, a lot of it's to do with colour actually. Spring is the colours like blooming. And then winter, it's actually celebrating the darkness. It's like, we celebrated colour in all other 3 seasons. In winter, it's like actually lean into that darkness, dive into the void, just go all in.
Absolutely. And actually I would probably say food for me, similar kind of thing. Like the vibrancy of bright foods in the summer, and really honed in. And my slow cooker's probably burnt out, poor thing, because I'm literally putting it on every day, but looking forward to a really hearty lunch.
I didn't tell you.
Stew.
Yeah.
What have you doing? What have you done?
I used your slow cooker whilst you were away.
What did you make?
Because I was really wanting like a nice, hearty, healthy soup.
Very nice.
So I literally brought everything over here because I didn't know what you'd have, and I didn't obviously want to just use your things. So I brought pretty much everything apart from my kitchen sink.
Very cool.
And your dad was here when it first arrived, and I was like, Steve, just hold Chimpy for a second whilst I just bring my whole life in. I love that. And so I was going to make myself this really like hearty, healthy soup, and I was going through your cupboards and I was like, this bitch doesn't have a saucepan anywhere.
Oh, suddenly, did you find it?
No, but you have like a tiny saucepan. I needed like a big vat, like a cauldron.
Do you know what? I only really have like a wok.
Yeah, that
version.
doesn't work
but
for
that
me.
kind of cooks it.
Yeah,
it wouldn't simmer it.
wasn't gonna satisfy.
Well, next time put to IKEA, babes, I'll be mindful.
Thank you. Please
I'll get you a big old saucepan.
Love. Because I haven't. I really regret not bringing my own saucepan.
Oh, damn, you bought everything but the saucepan.
I know. And then also, because I needed to like blend the soup, and usually I use like a stick immersion blender to whiz it up. And I was like, but she hasn't got one of them either. So I had to also borrow your blender.
I saw the blender was used, but not in a bad way. I just noticed the lid wasn't off before I left. So, I'm so pleased. I thought you might have made a juice or something.
No, I wanted to make sure it properly dried out.
Was it nice?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I used a trusty slow cooker. Thank you for that.
Fantastic. I love a slow cooker meal.
Yeah, I need to get a new one. It's broke.
Getting hearty, you know?
Even when we walked in today, though, I walked in, I was like, what is cooking? Because I was with you all morning, so I was like, surely she's not had time to cook. But yeah, you had something in the slow cooker.
Got Kimmy and Ben coming over for dinner today.
Delightful.
Really hearty. I'm making a really good lasagna.
Nice.
Really good. And I'm going to do some Mediterranean veggies with it. You know, pregnancy needs all the nourishment.
Yeah.
So we're trying our best.
I haven't had a lasagna in so long. Either.
Oh, if I've got any left, I'll save you a little slice. When am I seeing you?
Oh. Wednesday. You'll see me Wednesday.
I could freeze it for you a little bit.
But technically it is Wednesday today.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, true.
But no, you were seeing me Wednesday because we're going to Studio 281.
We are going to Pilates session. Ever so excited. Actually, keep an eye out on our stories because we'll do a little might do a vlog.
I'm prepared to die in this event.
It's really hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna struggle, but
it feels great. And you did say you felt like you needed to move.
Yeah.
Which is I've never heard you say before, by the way.
Well, I'm always moving, but it's different levels of movement.
Yeah, but you were thinking like body attack kind of vibes.
Yeah, because also I feel this way more so as it gets to like autumn, winter. Like I need something that's gonna get my heart rate elevated, like HIIT or like a boot camp style. And I'm trying to find something around. So if anyone knows of anything similar, like I can picture like a warehouse.
I've got something in mind.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll share.
Let me know.
I will. I can't think of the name of it. I think it's called The Unknown Lifestyle.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've not
Warehouse
heard of that
vibes.
One. Okay.
I've never been, but I've seen lots of people go.
Okay. I want like a big community vibe as well.
Yeah, I feel like
just,
it's a group
slamming
sesh.
heavy weights down. Yeah.
I will. Yeah, there's lots of things. Does your gym not offer classes?
Yeah, they do, but it's often like small. So I train at 2 gyms. Pure Gym, there's the classes, of course, and then the Fitco, there's small group PT.
Oh, yes.
And I love the small group PT, but I feel like I want bigger. I want like a bigger class. And I love the Fitco for my independent PT sessions anyway.
Maybe you could do 281. We'll check out their timetable when they're Wednesday.
Maybe. It depends. Yeah, I'll check out because I haven't been there since like 2019.
Such a great space.
It'd be cute to go back.
It's going to be a really fun day.
Yeah.
Oh,
You've got a great day.
On Sunday.
You've got a great
Wednesday. Yeah. Honestly, I'm going to be all sparred out. But even things like that, if you have access to a sauna and a steam during the winter, it's really great for your immune system.
Yeah.
Giving yourself as much nourishment in every single way you possibly can.
But also on that, there is something to be said about diving into the cold.
And
actually,
very good for you.
Yeah, diving into the cold. Lots of people continue with that wild water swimming and ice baths.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're into that, like again, fully lean in. And actually, in class this morning, there was someone who'd done the open water swimming at Box End and then came to class afterwards.
What a legend.
What a vibe. And she was there in her onesie and like her beanie hat, and I was like, you are a vibe.
That is a vibe. Might do that next week.
You
Can anyone just do it? I've been before.
I think so, yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a pro, but...
I don't think you have to be
a dry robe.
That makes you a pro. If you've got a dry robe, you are a professional. Someone also called me a professional in class today.
They did.
I
clocked it,
and I was just like, oh.
Me?
Thank you.
Stop it. Can we do that trend where they're like running and like, suspect.
Yes.
Suspect says they're a professional. Suspect does downward dog.
So funny.
And touches her feet to the floor.
Yeah, we really call each other out.
Yeah,
I think we should do that content vibes.
Okay, we'll
that
give
could
it a
be
go.
so fun. We were gonna do that content trend where it's just like they have a mouthful of water, and if you you have to try not to open your eyes at the same time.
Oh
that
God,
could be hilarious.
I think I'll spit all over you. I'm sorry. I wouldn't even need to open my eyes.
You'd be laughing so much.
Oh, I have to tell you.
Okay.
I don't think I told you.
Okay.
Oh my god. When we were in the Maldives and we went for a lovely treatment, obviously I was a bit sunburned. Oops.
Yes, yeah.
But we were doing a lot of snorkeling, so I was in and out of the water.
Yeah.
I put sun cream on, but it obviously washed off.
Mm-hmm.
So I went for my treatment. And I opted to have a cucumber body wrap as well after my full body massage.
Okay.
So I was so zoned out. She sat me up and started slapping this freezing cold yogurt on my back, and I'm like, gets funnier. She lies me back down, and I feel this like slime on my face. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I'm just putting cucumbers all over your face. She covered my face in cucumber, strips of cucumber. I've got a picture. I said, please, can you take a picture for me? So she did. And I was absolutely howling during the treatment. She was like, are you okay, miss? I'm like, I'm just laughing at the thought of Andrew coming in, looking at me with cucumbers all over my face. It was the funniest thing. You know when you get a giggle and you can't actually shift it?
and you know you're not supposed to laugh either.
I couldn't help
Yeah,
myself.
wow, that's so funny.
So funny. So maybe during winter, create your own little funny little trends.
Oh, do it. Why not?
You know, pampering, all the pampering. Things like doing your own hair mask. Literally start from the top of your head down to your feet.
And body scrub as well.
Body
Because again,
scrub.
it's that letting go. So like shedding like the dead skin and scrubbing it all off.
I do a body scrub every Friday.
Nice.
I call it my like hammam ritual, because on a Friday when I went to Marrakesh, I think it may be a Muslim cultural tradition.
There's the ritual of Haman. This is really testing my brain. Yes, it's a thing. It is a thing, isn't it?
Because their men and women separate, and then they go into like a separate room and lay on a stone. Obviously, I don't do that in my home, but every Friday I would be conscious to do a body scrub, and it does feel really good of like scrubbing away, like letting go of any dead skin cells, any stagnancies. Also great lymphatically as well. I've been reading up a lot about that.
Yeah, well, you did that training, didn't you?
I did a course whilst I was away. It was amazing.
I love that for you.
And this podcast is sponsored by us. We would love to invite you to one of our upcoming events this year.
On the 22nd of November, join us for the Calm Collective collaboration, a 90-minute extended practice of nourishing yin yoga and self-massage, all within Verve Wellness Studio at Bedford Heights.
And on the 15th of December, we would love to hold space for you in our upcoming winter solstice celebration, an evening retreat at the Grange in Milton Ernest, the ultimate gift to yourself amongst the busy festive period.
To find out more, visit the links in the episode description, and we really hope to see you there.
Woo!
Yeah, leaning into pampering, self-care. Also, again, cozy nights in. I love like a board game jigsaw sesh.
Aww.
Yeah, just like really wholesome, creative evenings.
Yes.
And
I might
actually,
get my clay back out, actually.
I might get my macrame back out.
Yes, girl.
And like even when I was making the little flower bouquets for the beginners course, I used macrame cord to tie them together, and I was looking at it being like, oh, I think I want to make something again. Yeah, I got the itch. And I was so resistant to it last year. And again, this just shows the difference between where I'm at.
Yeah.
Because last year I refused to almost stay in and create and use the macrame and anything else, because I was just reminded of what my life was in my big relationship, because that's all I did. I was just at home and it felt really unfulfilling.
Well, okay.
So the thought of me going back to that, it was like, oh, I'm not moving forwards. Like,
but you see it in a different light now.
Now I see it in a completely different light, and that I need that downtime and also that space to create.
Oh, hugs. Hugs.
Chippy hugs. Like I need that space to create, because that's where I'm like in full flow.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter what I'm creating, whether it's macrame, whether it's movement, whether it's planning a class, or whether it's even just like singing. I'm not the greatest singer in the world. This is another thing that I'm really trying to reprogram in my brain. Yes.
Right.
Oh, I've not spoken about this out loud yet. Okay.
You're gonna become a singer?
No.
It's like Mariah Carey, is that you?
X Factor. No, not at all.
Okay.
But basically, I'm trying to heal the relationship I have with my voice, right?
I don't think it's done a lot, but
yes,
for you, yeah.
Yes, it's got to a certain point. I always used to sing.
Okay.
I was always in choirs. I was actually head of senior choir.
Shut up.
I know.
No way.
I was always
Come
in
on,
choirs.
give us a tune on Sunday.
Shut up. No. And And yeah, I've just been trying to get back to that place of actually using my voice in multiple ways, exploring different pitches, exploring different tones of voice, like head voice and chest voice, and just really opening up the whole
vocal
throat.
cords of things. Yeah, okay.
But it's really blocked. I've always said to you that my throat chakra has always been kind of blocked, right?
Absolutely.
And it's like it's now getting to a point where there's a need, there's a inkling to open, but that's the confidence that I have not yet found.
Okay. It's en route.
It's en route.
Think how far you've come with the poetry side of things.
Yeah.
And speaking like on stories and then on posts. Like that is such growth.
I know. So there's a thing about me trying to find and just embracing mediocrity.
Very cool.
Because you don't have to be the best at something to enjoy it. Like I don't have to be the best at macrame to enjoy making it. I don't have to be the best dancer to share it. Like even with sharing my movements on Instagram, that took me a long time to get over, because I always thought like, oh no, that didn't look great, that looked a bit clunky, let's tailor it, let's cut it down to this short snippet which looks okay and that'll be all right. Now I'm getting better at sharing the full thing, the messiness. And so I'm feeling like I need to get to that point with my singing.
Very cool.
And again, like I know I'm not the best singer, but it's a muscle, right? It's retraining it and just slowly starting. Cool. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on.
What's your song? What's your jam?
Oh, it changes each week.
Okay.
There's a song I've been listening to at the moment, which I've been really enjoying the harmonies of. I love harmonising.
Okay.
Is it Sailor Boy? It's trending on Instagram at the moment. The song lyrics are actually quite filthy, but the harmonies of it. So sorry, but the harmonies are beautiful. You wouldn't think of it as like a slightly sexual song, because I don't know, the way it sounds is just beautiful. And there's these couple of artists that have done a cover of it, and the harmonies that they've done are really stunning. So I'm trying to kind of like learn it and trying to do something with it. I don't know whether anything's come of it. I don't know whether I'm ever going to be more comfortable in like sharing it. Even like talking about it now actually is like, because I've put it out there now. I've said it. Shit.
Cool. That's good. What are you hoping to do with, like, what would be your, say you've got your throat to and your voice to the absolute ultimate space, what would you hope to do with it?
Encourage people to sing with me, I think.
Well, you're seeing Lolita later, right?
That's true.
So she does sound baths, but also channels. Am I right in saying she doesn't like pre-rehearse these things?
No. So it's like light language, I think that's what it's called.
And it is the most beautiful noise. I've never heard a noise like it come out of someone's mouth.
Yeah. Well, when I first met her, I went to one of her sound baths in London, and I remember like listening to it and I was like, crikey, I really must get her Spotify playlist after this. And I had a little peek through my eyelashes and I looked and she was there with a microphone and I was like, she's singing live right now. I thought it was Spotify.
Wow.
I thought it was a playlist. And I literally went up to her afterwards and I was like, can you come up to Bedford?
Wow, amazing.
And that's how I met her.
Oh, stunning.
She's also actually called Lauren. Funny, yeah.
Where did the name Lolita come from though?
She did a training, it must have been in India or something. She was doing some sort of training or learning or deep dive, and they gave her the name Lolita, and it was Lolita, and she changed it to Lolita for some reason. I can't remember. She did a post on it not too long back explaining the meaning of it, and I thought it was really insightful to hear.
Yeah, I have heard that you can go and it's almost like a spiritual awakening, and then you almost get gifted the name.
Yeah,
so maybe it was something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that. And she uses her voice in an incredible way, and I don't know, maybe to some extent she has inspired me too.
Yeah, quite possibly, that subconscious like little planting.
Yeah, and also again, just use of voice can just be so powerful. And I've got to some point with it, and I'm like, okay, where else? What's next?
What's next?
I say I'm not going to be auditioning for X Factor anytime soon. I don't want to be.
Definitely watch it be doing.
Oh no, I couldn't put myself through that. But again, it's just having the confidence to share it and knowing that it doesn't have to be good, it doesn't have to be incredible.
Yeah.
I don't have to be the most amazing music artist there is. I'm not even going to be a music artist. It's just having that confidence to share what I enjoy, you know? because I
That's
enjoy
beautiful. Yeah, I love
creating. I enjoy movement, and I've got pretty good at sharing those.
So like, what's next?
Yeah, there's
cool.
another big part of me that I'm not sharing, and that is song. So yeah,
that's exciting. So that's what you're doing this winter.
Yeah, that's
singing your heart out.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I've kind of set an intention to have some singing lessons.
Robin out there.
Is he watching the Robin? Is that what he's looking at?
Yeah, how cute. Hello, Robin. I always think they're angels. Angels are coming to watch the pod. Come on in, Hans.
Where is this Robin? I don't even know where it is.
You were shot on the decking right at the back.
Oh, I see.
You see?
Oh, I see.
How lovely is
Cute.
that? Oh, I always speak to them when I'm on my walk.
Aren't they like a symbol of winter as well?
Symbol of winter, yeah. And I just always speak to them thinking they're like little angels.
That's
hey,
cute.
Hey, little angel.
Speak to the
Hi.
birds.
It's still there, just hanging out.
Oh, having a really chill time.
Love that so much. You can stay. So we've actually got an upcoming event, haven't we?
Yes.
Wintering, winter vibes. Talking about all the pampering.
What did you just say?
Wintering, winter vibes.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, our Calm Collective collaboration, 22nd.
Up at the Verve Wellness Studio. It's a beautiful space there. I really enjoy it. And that was our first little collaborative space together, wasn't it? So
it was.
holds a really special place in my heart, actually.
So long ago now.
Oh my God, like 2.5 years? 3 years?
Yeah, something like that.
Jeez.
Yeah, and our theme this month is going to be on wintering and how we can really harness this change in seasons, kind of preparing us for the winter solstice. And obviously we've got our winter solstice celebration as well on the 15th of December. So we're really hoping to create opportunities for people to lean into this quiet and maybe also leaning into the darkness, but also celebrate ways in which we can nourish ourselves in this time, and really encouraging that further letting go, that full stripping back, like as the trees stand tall, bare, so too can you. You too can also stand tall, bare, naked if you want to. But like,
imagine that. Hello, I've come to the Calm Collective. just stripping
taking
off.
all these lights. Don't worry, guys, you don't have to do that. But no, again, like you can kind of strip yourself of the pressures, the expectations we've placed on, and just let yourself exist as your bare self. And again, that is beautiful. That is powerful. So
I was looking at essential oils actually, which we could kind of work with. I was having a look online last night, and we really like winter green. That always works quite
winter green is nice. Yeah, I also like black spruce. Yes, that's a nice one.
Absolutely. It would be nice to kind of have a little play around, see what's going to be quite fitting, quite suiting.
Yeah.
And it's just 90 minutes of your time, but you will leave feeling incredible.
90 minutes of utter
just
bliss.
Joy, yeah. I would love to, as we spoke quite a lot about the trees and like the bareness of that, I'd love to work with the legs maybe a little bit, like pulling them.
Stunning.
We'll work a nice routine probably the Wednesday before.
Yeah, there was a nice assist we did in the autumn equinox that I think should make a reappearance.
Which one?
So they're lying down prone, and we bend at the knee, so the toes lift up to the sky, and it's a slight lift of the knee. You know which one I mean? It's like sway from side to side. I think that should make a reappearance.
Really, really good.
Yes.
That'd be nice.
Nice.
Like that, yeah.
I feel like we're planning the session.
I know, live. Simply must come along.
Sneaky previews.
Yes.
But I'm also thinking of writing a tree meditation, like a forest meditation.
Okay. Who knew this was going to be a planning session? But I love it.
Well, it's all just coming to the surface now.
So well.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that'd be really, really nice.
Yeah, this has been great.
And
actually.
something on top
really
of the head,
insightful.
like kind of just harnessing that like crown of things. Thinking about the top of the tree, just letting like everything.
Well, the top of the tree
down.
grows tall towards the light. No matter how much cloud there is, it always will find its way towards the light. In the same way, the light will always find its way through the cloud.
So
no matter
like
how
we are the
dark
cloud.
it might seem, it's like that light finding its way through. Yeah. So maybe light
That'd
pouring
be
into the
cool.
crown of the head, and like melting down.
Ooh, and you can talk about fascia at that point as well.
I love talking about fascia.
You do. I saw you getting your little geek mode today. I was
know.
like, come on, girl, get it.
It's getting a bit
I love
nerdy.
it.
Talk
I love
about
it so
fascia
much.
and nervous system. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Geek. Yeah, very cool.
That'd be really nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
cool. I feel like I should have got my notepad.
Just plan the session there and there. But yeah, that's going to be happening on the 22nd of November.
22nd November, 7:30, Verb Wellness Studio.
Actually, when this ep goes out, it'll be 2 days before the event, so there might be some last minute space.
Absolutely, we'll pop it on the stories so you can see.
Delightful. And also, actually, if people haven't practiced with us before, if people haven't been to a collaborative event between us before, this would be a great first time, because it's like the smaller session before our big winter solstice event, and then before our big day retreats.
Yeah.
I also had a few thoughts about next year, by the way.
Oh, juicy.
I'll give you that off air.
There's so much. I just want
to...
We need a whole... when we go to pause... Let's bring our beautiful laptops. They do really good food. Not laptops, notepads, and we can just scribble away.
Nice, I love that.
Oh,
Cute.
buzzing.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Doesn't it just go to show that when you soften and slow down, like we've both come back from holiday, and it's just these moments of quiet, and then it's like all the downloads come through.
Hugely.
Yeah.
I had so many ideas whilst I was away.
Yeah.
Or sometimes to the point of like, I need to act now, and I had to like pause myself and be like, it's all going to happen in the time it's meant to.
100%.
Just trust it. This is the time to gather those little seeds of inspiration in the slowness as we're in that winter space.
It's this combination of actively manifesting and then trusting in divine timing and then taking the inspired action. There's
trio of balance,
there's
isn't
like
it?
a trio of key words there. There's manifestation, divine timing, inspired action. Unlocking...
Is this a retreat?
I know.
Is this a retreat?
Unlocking those three is just gonna... Yeah, I feel like that's another episode in itself, but yeah, tapping into all those three.
That's like 3 episodes. It's a series, babe.
Great thing we've got an ongoing podcast to discuss all these topics,
fantastic.
isn't it?
Yes.
Dreaming.
But on that note, that you're saying that if you haven't practiced yoga before, some of you might have seen that I've just started your beginners class.
Cute.
Technically today, but on filming day.
Yeah.
And it just took me back to basics, and it felt so good, even to connect with my breath again and get into that really positive rhythm.
Nice.
So obviously I come along and I do the when we do the calm collectors, I'm sat up top with you. But it felt so good. It's gonna feel great to reconnect. So if you're not a yogi, don't worry, you can come along to these things and make the practice what is for you. It's the actual space, you're carving it out for yourself, being in tune with your body, and you've actually given yourself that space
100%.
to just embrace it.
Love that.
So don't
cute.
stress, because I get a lot of people say, I haven't done yoga before, but I wanted to come to your events. Don't worry.
No, they are, of course, and they are always more than welcome. And if anyone has any questions about the movement the events might entail, they're always welcome to get in touch with me about that.
Absolutely.
And also, I'll be running more beginners courses from January onwards, so people can always join me there. This could be the start, actually. So also around this time, we're kind of gearing up to the new year, and people might be thinking about plans for the new year, but you don't have to wait until January 1st to start. You
did
start
your vision board recently,
right?
I
did my vision board this weekend, because I was looking at my old one, and I was like, there was things on there that weren't quite aligning. There were things that I had fulfilled, and I felt like I needed to refresh and revamp it. And I was like, what's the point in waiting until the new year? You can start now. In the same way I've said in my head, like, I want to start singing lessons in 2025, I can start now. Yeah.
That's
exactly.
really cool.
Yeah, so you don't have to wait until a certain point to give yourself permission to start. You can give yourself permission whenever you want to.
Yeah, love this.
So just do it now, you know?
Do it now. If you feel the urge to, don't hold out just because it seems society's way of doing that.
Exactly, exactly. So there's multiple things that I think to be taken from this episode. Yes, there's this surrendering to this quiet, this downtime, and letting yourself rest. And then there's the other side, that if there's a calling to do something and you're thinking, I'll do that next year, know that you don't have to put it off. You don't have to wait. If you want to do something, you are still well within your right and well within your capability to action on that thing. It's that fine balance of both. So I suppose it's kind of taking that step back from the busyness of your normal day-to-day, whatever's been kind of chaotic and maybe keeping you on your toes, and therefore in that slowness you're then creating more space for that newness.
That yin space.
Yeah.
Yin. That's what it's all about,
Yin
isn't it?
to yang.
Turning it inward.
Beautiful.
I love it so much.
Lovely stuff.
Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode.
This is a
Hope
great
you
little
have
episode.
enjoyed this episode.
You guys haven't enjoyed. Oh yeah, for those of
I
you.
hope it's still recording, I'll be honest.
No
I've
idea.
checked.
For those of you listening, we decided to do a spontaneous Instagram live at the same time, but we have no idea how that's gone. So fingers crossed. Woohoo.
So it might be up on, we might...
Well, I don't know. Do we want to put the whole thing on Instagram? Maybe like
Can
a
we
little
snip
snippet. Yeah, I think we're
How do you
gonna-
do that?
I don't know. We'll figure that out.
Can you save it or do you have to upload it?
I don't know.
If we have to
remember.
upload it, I'll upload it, screen
Save it.
record it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
upload it, put it on my story, save it, delete it off the grid, and then re-upload.
There we go.
Wow, we
Sounds
are
like a
tech
plan.
babes.
We're doing so well.
Oh,
He's just nuzzled in.
oh god, I love this guy so
Chippy
much.
is so cute. Honestly, he's such a different dog when he's just so chilled. He proper nuzzles in.
He's really here.
He has.
This is what he was doing to my arm earlier, the hug.
Oh, he loves
so
a
cute.
hug. Bless him.
So sweet. Well, enjoy the rest of your Wellness Wednesday, guys.
Absolutely.
And
honeys.
we'll catch up with you real soon. We've got some really lovely ideas of more wintering episodes and a few other things coming. But if
Yeah.
you would like any more information on our upcoming event, which will be Friday, or our winter solstice event up at the Grange on the 15th of December, please check our bio. All links are on there.
Yeah, amazing. Look
Did
at you.
I just do your job?
You did. Oh, I just sat back. Do you want to close off the episode? You kind of.
Thank you so much for listening, guys. Please do the usual thing of liking, subscribing, sharing with your friends. What else do you say?
Rate and review.
Rate and review, all that good stuff.
Yeah,
And
follow us.
follow us on butterflyeffect.pod on Instagram.
There you go.
And Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
There you go. You smashed it, honey.
Did I do it?
Do I need to be here? Shall I go? Shall I just
Solo episode.
Amazing. Thank you so much, honeys. Lovely to sit and chat with you guys, with you, with Chippy,
you.
with you.
Oh, it's been a great day.
What a great
It's been a
day.
great day.
All right. Bye, honeys.
Bye.
Catch you later.
Woo!